Hi, and welcome back to Rock Raiders, where shit's gonna go down. I can't say I actually remember what the last mission was.
Horror.
It's apparently Rocky Horror, but as far as that goes, I really don't remember. Oh, of course, gotta fix the volume again. So for some reason, it just does that. I find that really annoying. Should fix it.
All over the place.
God, what was the last mission?
But it must succeed.
No.
Escape from the planet and return.
Oh, rock monsters all over the place. Toughest yet, yada 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 yada.
And transport the most powerful mining machinery you can. You'll need all of it if you are.
Okay, that's cute. We need 50 crystals. That's the gist of it. Oh god, I forgot how tiny the window is. Right, so there's stuff everywhere. Bad people everywhere. And bad people are bad. Now, let's up the speed a wee bit and turn off automatic game speed, because fuck automatic game speed, it's really annoying. Now, with 4 people up. Now, what actually made this the hardest mission, I don't remember, but either way, deal with the monsters, please. I don't even think this is the hardest mission, though I do need to find crystals rather quickly. I did actually intend to,
An energy crystal has been found.
I did actually intend to start replacing, sound files in the game. But, no, just wouldn't have any of it. Because I'd have to start extracting things. And that's effort. Now, what we need is at least a crystal.
An energy crystal.
There we go, we found a crystal. Now, hopefully... God damn it. Fucking morons.
Action station.
Pew. There we go. That all of them? Apparently. Good. Yeah, air supply is running out. We know. You don't need to tell us. Now, get rid of that. And replace it with this. Because that'll actually be useful. And, as always... energy crystals are not on highest priority, because fuck you. I cannot fathom the reasoning as to why that is by default. Now, I do want actual people to have guns, so, pew pew, pew pew. Now, the question is, do we have enough energy crystals? I do not feel comfortable saying yes, so, I think we're going to get a few more. Or at least try. It seems we do have enough. I think the geology station uses 3, and we found another 3, something like that. Either way, we have enough. Ah, fucking bats, Jesus Christ. So yeah, this is why the bats are the hardest enemy in the game. You cannot fight them, ever, whatsoever. You're fucked. Pretty harsh. Did I actually turn the game up? No, I did not. Right, so this last one. Yeah, I wanted to start changing some of the files so I could replace the our monster has arrived with XCOM Give It To You and all that. But it requires some serious effort. Oops. Oh, right, I put one there, I guess?
An energy crystal has been found.
Yeah, no, I'd have to start extracting and repacking files, and it's all kinds of effort, so... sadly, that's not happening. As much as I'd like to do it, it just ain't happening. Now, it's probably magma somewhere on the map, but... Jesus Christ, that's a big area. It's a very big area. Right, so where are we? We're just dealing with stuff now. We have what we need. Could use another support station, I suppose. Actually, I don't want to put it there. I would like to put it there. Right, crap. Hopefully they'll be quick about getting the energy crystals back in. Because, oh god, that might have been a bad idea. Oh well, we'll see what happens. There's nothing I can do about it now.
Power station.
Energy crystals are on the highest priority.
Power station.
Though people don't seem to care. Yeah, that's someone touching an energy crystal. Another one.
Running out.
Yeah, come on, get it in there, get it in there. Before people die, please.
Your air supply is
Off.
running out.
Jesus Christ.
Power path.
These people are suicidal.
Power path.
Oh, there we go. Now we've got oxygen again, so we'll get that up and running, and then we'll get this a bit up before we start calling in more operators, I think, because Jesus fucking Christ. It's close. Right. So there are landslides occurring. We don't like landslides. Yeah. I was gonna replace... I'm not sure what I was gonna replace the landslide as occurred stuff, but oops, god damn it. I hate clicking out of the thing. I accidentally clicked the music folder, right. But yeah. It's just too much effort to start repacking stuff just for one episode. I'd love to do it, but sadly the world said no to the memery. The harsh realities of how game files are structured.
An energy crystal has been found.
Yeah, we found an energy crystal.
Power path.
Now, on to other matters. I did actually finish Half-Life 2. Now, I did actually never play Half-Life 2 before. So I managed to finish Half-Life 2. The problem I had was that I thought there was a bug.
Power
It
path.
wasn't exactly a bug, because I got to the last quote-unquote boss fight, where you have to stop Breen from getting to the portal, and for quite a while I couldn't for the life of me figure out where to go in the platforming section. Eventually I realized that of course you had to go where the you had to jump on one of the pillars. The problem is those pillars weren't moving. Rather, that one specific pillar wasn't moving, which I thought was a bug at first, so I just went back a bit. And yeah, I went back to the start. I went back a bit first. It was still quote-unquote bugged. And I still could not figure out, so I just went down and checked, like, what was going on. Of course, this being Half-Life, an object had gotten stuck
Power path.
in between the ledge and the platform. So it was trying to go down, but there was a console, a destroyed console, laying there instead.
Rock Raider to planet. Rubble.
So when it actually tried to go down, it hit the console, and it got stuck there because there was a physical object stopping it from proceeding further downwards. So, of course, I couldn't get it out of there. So I had to go back to the start of the mission, make sure that nothing got stuck there. And then I could finally finish the mission. Yeah, that's my story of, yay. Physics in games are always 10 out of 10 and never have any problems. Ever. Whatsoever.
A monster has appeared.
I guess you have a monster. Someone shoot it. Could you shoot it before it eats all the crystals, please? There we go. And we have the crystal back. Yeah. That was my experience with Half-Life 2. I did also finish episode 1. I've yet to finish episode 2. But I will be finishing that soon enough. As for how I enjoy the game, it's kind of enjoyable. I don't really enjoy the sections in the Citadel where you're limited to just the gravity gun. But and it does suffer from like the Half-Life-esque gunplay, which I kind of felt like the gunplay in Half-Life 1 was a bit better because you kind of had some relatively accurate weapons at least. Like in Half-Life 2, the only real accurate weapon you have is technically the rocket launcher and the crossbow. Everything else has the most ridiculous spray, essentially. Which is a bit of a shame. Should we get another support station? I kind of want to get another support station. Be kind of 10 out of 10. Yeah, all in all, I did enjoy Half-Life 2. I wouldn't exactly call it the best game ever, or my favorite game by any means, though the physics stuff is kind of interesting at times, and it's always fun when you have those obvious puzzles that you just don't see. And then you have like the most obscure puzzles that you're just like, ah, yeah, I get that immediately. It's kind of always just fun like that, but that's just how puzzles go. People recognize puzzles differently. Like some that are super obvious that you don't even get, and it's like, god damn, I'm such an idiot when you don't get it. But that's just how it is, and I'm sure everyone would recognize themselves in that situation. Yeah, all in all, like, Half-Life 2, it hasn't aged horribly, but it's not quite as great as it would have been back when it was released, I'll say that much. I very much recognize the importance it had, and... Okay, those are bats, right. Like, why are people running around? Alright, bats. Yeah, I very much recognize the importance it's had on gaming. Like, there's no doubt about that. It's just, well, it's not a perfect game. Then again, no game is really perfect. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about Half-Life 2 from my own perspective. It's like, it's okay enough. There's nothing particularly special about it, in my opinion. The specialness of Half-Life 2, like, the story is okay. I like elements of the story. I dislike some elements of the story, but it's like, it's just how it's gonna be. But most of the reason why people enjoy or are it so popular is because it's, for its time, it was very innovative. And that's fine. Not every game has to remain a masterpiece to this day, but it's still an enjoyable experience, so it's not exactly a detriment. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about Half-Life 2. Like, I've been trying to find something to say. It's like, really isn't much to say. The music's kind of fun at times. I do kind of appreciate the humor. So yeah, I can't think of much else to say on that topic. Well, on a topic that I have had more to say in the past on, and I would like to add something on to now. I still haven't finished Near Gestalt. Now, I know that, oh, fuck, what was it? Toy Studio, Toy Box, something Toy is going to make a remake of Nier Replicant for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. And I'm very happy about that. I did post on Twitter, like, a month ago. It's like, please, Gib, please. And then, like, a month later, hey, we're remastering. It's like, yeah, nice. Very nice. So, that's always nice, and I do hope that they will remove some of the worst aspects of the game. Which is not even the gameplay. The gameplay is jank. It's clunky. But it's not the worst aspect of the game. The worst aspect of the game is getting every damn ending. Because I think there are 5 different endings, which you have to play through half the game for each ending, and at least to get ending C, I don't know about the other endings, you need to collect every single weapon in the game, which is super fucking effort. And I really hate that kind of, like, forced collectionist thing. It's like, ugh, it's awful. It's genuinely awful. It thoroughly bothers me, because I do not enjoy the gameplay enough to do that. I do not enjoy having to go through the machine area several times to get the fucking machine oil that is a rare drop that I need for a single side quest that I need to get that one goddamn weapon I'm missing to get the ending, and then have to replay through the entirety of through half the game once more just to get another ending, and then probably going to have to do that another 2 times. Nier Automata did this in a much, much better manner. Because Nier Automata, once you finish ending C, you unlock the chapter select. Because up until ending C, every playthrough is different. It's significantly different. And that works much better. But now, Nier Gestalt and Nier Replicant does not have that feature. So what you're left with is having to replay half the game every fucking time. I said, as far as I know, it doesn't have that feature. And I don't know what's required for the other two, what I think are 2 endings.
An energy crystal has been found.
But I would assume that since there's nothing on playthrough C, there's not going to be anything for any of the other playthroughs either. And that is bad. Because the core gameplay, it's just not enjoyable enough to replay several times through. And that is a detriment to the game, and I really hope that is fixed in the remake. That is one of the biggest problems I have with the game. Otherwise, the story is special. What's far more compelling is the characters and the stories they go through. Like, I mean, the most compelling characters in the entire game are 2 characters that have a relationship that's mostly off-screen. And that's because that is Kaine and Emil and their relationship. That is far more compelling than Daddy or Brother Nier, because those are more or less the same, that the game is somewhat catered to the Brother Nier, because that's primarily how it's written. But Nier is not a particularly interesting character. He's just me smash, me dumb brute. Which is, yeah, it's not, that doesn't make for that compelling a character. Anyway, what we can do now is get an upgrade station. Yeah, Nier is a retarded character. He's not particularly likable. His motivations are understandable, but they're mostly selfish. He cares nothing for anyone but himself and his daughter / sister. But Kaine and Emil have a much better relationship, and it's not shown that much in the game, at least until at least as far as I've gotten. And that is far more interesting. I'm not sure where to go from here. Like, yeah, the relationship is much more interesting because there's an actual serious relationship going on there. Emil is a much better character than Nier, and so is Kaine. And, well, yeah. Anyone who knows Kaine would understand why Kaine is a more interesting character, and the relationship is fairly similar. It's the dynamic between Emil and Kaine is very much similar to the one between Kaine and Kaine's grandmother. Yeah, I'm excited to see what's going to happen with the remake. It's one of the only things in gaming that I'm genuinely excited for. But I really, really hope that they fix the more glaring issues that Nier Gestalt has, or Nier Replicant in this case. As I said, I haven't even finished ending C, so my knowledge is somewhat limited. I will very much admit that. So yeah, we'll see what happens, and yeah, it's one of the only things I'm actually excited for. Alright. Hold on, more operators. Now, get me more crystals, boys. I want more crystals. Top, top. Yeah, overall, if I were to rate them, I'd say I would very much put Automata above
Power path.
Gestalt and Replicant for fairly obvious reasons. The story is far more consistent. It has less significant plot holes. You know,
Small digger.
apparently we won't, because this one is disabled. We will get a transport truck. Yeah, the story is much more consistent. It has significantly less flaws, serious flaws at least. Because Near Replicant has some serious flaws in its story, and that's quite a detriment.
Power path.
But Replicant has much better characters.
Power path.
And it has much better stories between the characters, even though not all of it is necessarily shown on screen. There is a lot of it that is implied. And yeah, they are much more interesting in that way. No, we'll see what happens. Yeah, obviously, Automata has much better gameplay. Like, that's not even a comparison. Automata's gameplay is pretty smooth. It's not what I'd call great, but it's good. Ah, goddamn bats. Now, boys, I need more crystals. You need to get me more crystals. I want more crystals. Give me money. It's basically money. A currency of a sort. Well, none of them have blown themselves up yet, which is kind of surprising. We'll get there, I'm sure. After all, rock raiders are nothing if not suicidal. When I finish this recording, then rock raiders will be done. But I will say to anyone who would like more rock raiders, pick the game up for yourself. It is abandonware. There are mods. There are overhaul mods for it. There are not many, but there are some. Yeah, there are overhaul mods and there are map mods. So there are plenty of maps for people to get, for those who really want that. So just because it's the end of the Rock Raider series does not mean that you can't go and play some yourself. Because it's not hard to find. All it takes is a quick Google search. And if you do seem to enjoy the game, I would very much recommend it. And I'm sure some of the mod maps are very, very good. It's just the game is somewhat samey. Every mission is more or less the same once you start getting up there. So there's a limit to how much enjoyment you can get out of the game, but all in all, the game is very enjoyable.
Power path. Your air supply is running out.
Yeah, disable you. And disable you. So we can actually have some air. Because Jesus fucking Christ. The Chrome Crusher uses so much, so many energy crystals. Now if we could just get one person to enter the Chrome Crusher, then we could upgrade the engine. And then we could upgrade the drill. Even though that doesn't really do that much. Now, there are a lot of slime slug holes around. But, there really aren't that many slugs around, which is interesting. Yeah, I don't remember much of this mission at all whatsoever. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But so far, I'm not having any difficulties. Like the only somewhat, I don't even want to say difficult thing. The only thing that's somewhat of a challenge, I suppose, is so far has been the beginning. And that's not exactly what I'd call difficult. It's just one of those like, okay, pray your rock raiders aren't going to be retarded for the majority of the game. Up until you can get the support station up and running. Because if your rock raiders are retarded, then it'll just derp off somewhere. Okay, we found a new cavern. What does a new cavern have? Nothing. Was there anything to this mission that made it somewhat difficult? Because at least some of the magma missions at least have some sort of soft timer on them, which this one does not seem to have yet. So is this just a collect a bunch of stuff mission. Because I don't mind that. It's chill. It's a nice ending to the game, because the magma missions aren't necessarily all that fun. Some of them are a bit fun, but then some of them are absolute fucking ass cancer, and I hate some of them so much.
An energy crystal has been found.
Yeah, have I done anything else this week? Even this last 2 weeks? I don't think so. I haven't played much. I haven't done much. I don't think I've done much at all, really. So what we'll do is...
Small transport truck.
turn that on. As we once again forget that we turned it off. You can get another transport truck.
An energy crystal has been found.
Actually, I want to be quick about this, so... I should not have done that, I should not have done that, I should not have done that, but it might be fine. I'm gonna get a dozer, because we've never gotten a dozer before. Upgrade the cargo hold. The small mobile laser cutter is fucking retarded, it's pointless. So yeah, someone get in there. Upgrade the engine. I'm surprised you're not doing anything. Oh, the dozer. Oh, right, it can actually carry stuff. Not much point in it. It's actually kind of a detriment. Is it improved? It's upgrade. Well, worst case, meh. We already got the little derps for transporting stuff anyway, so that's fine. Yeah, it just adds 2 things to that. It's not super slow, it's still faster than Rock Raiders, so yeah. And we'll get another loader dose, because why not? We might as well splurge on vehicles on this map. Now we do... Okay, that's fine, we have the crystal we needed. You drive off there. One person gets in here, we'll upgrade this again. For fuck's sake, just turn that off then. So yeah, we'll upgrade this, then we'll have 1 chrome crusher, we'll have 2 loader dozers, and we'll have 3 small transport vehicles. Yeah, now it's just drill everything. Though I do intend to get a small drill vehicle thing. One thing I've been kind of contemplating trying again is RuneScape, because it's been so long and I'm curious to see how the game actually holds up nowadays. It's just out of curiosity, because it's a game I used to play a lot back when I was a wee little boy. A friend and I used to break the rules, because I used his account. Because my mother would not let me pay for a membership, but he essentially had a permanent membership, so I could play on his account. So yeah, that was something. But yeah, Ludicrous are adorable little creatures. Yeah, I'm curious as to how the game is now. Of course, I'd probably go to old school RuneScape, because I remember going back to RuneScape at some point after they did all the reworking and all that kind of stuff, and I found myself not really liking the changes. It wasn't the same game whatsoever. It's not a bit of a downer, but oh well, it is what it is. We're just drilling through everything. So that's just how that is. Yeah, a new cavern. So I mean, this is kind of adorable. God, I love how quickly the Chrome Crusher just burns through that. So we left a bit of rubble in our path. Yeah, so what we'll do is dig this down. Yeah, I used to play a lot of RuneScape, and I'm curious. Very much curious. We'll see. Maybe I'll find the time for it at some point, maybe I won't. By the way, no shop. I used to play a lot of it, so Yeah, it would be a nice little throwback to my Wii youth, at least. Actually, if I were to get another drill vehicle, it would just be another Chrome Crusher. Do I really need one? No, probably not really. Nothing I can do to get rid of that. Then we just wait for the Chrome Crusher to dig through all of this stuff. Meanwhile, a lot of people are derping around. Room. See, they're still quicker than the Rock Raiders, so that's something at least. Wow, another landslide. Okay, I'm starting to wonder if there's anything actually to this mission, or because I don't remember much of this mission at all. I guess it's not one of those memorable missions. So I'm wondering if there's anything actually to the mission or not, because so far it's just diggy. A lot of diggy, but it's still just diggy. Yeah, we'll see. We'll just dig out as much as possible, I guess. Because right now we have 500 ore. That's quite a bit of ore. I might get another Chrome Crusher. I'm kind of tempted to just get another Chrome Crusher, I guess. Wouldn't have gotten particularly far when it comes to energy crystals at this point, but with 2 Chrome Crushers, I'm hoping the drilling should get done relatively quickly. And, well, worst case, if we can't find enough crystals, we could just start recalling vehicles, because we have a few crystals tied up in vehicles currently. Wow, we don't actually have any drivers trained, so he went and did the training. But it doesn't go in the Chrome Crusher, because why not? Yeah, if you tell someone to get in the vehicle and you don't have any available drivers, what will happen is that someone will automatically go train, which is at least nice. It won't just be like, oh, you don't have enough drivers. No, it'll just make one of them train, which is nice. It's one of those quality of life things that you kind of wouldn't expect a game that's missing this much quality of life stuff to actually have. But no, it actually does have that kind of stuff, which is kind of odd. Oh well, it does, so yay, at least that. Because, I've complained a bit about quality of life stuff, but that's not all that surprising in a game from fucking 1999. Pretty sure it's 1999 at least. Yeah, it has that, which is somewhat surprising. Boom. Keep digging, keep digging. Keep digging. Dig more. I need them crystals. I'm half wondering if I'll run into some large stash somewhere. Which would probably be like all the way like at the end of like up there. In that direction. Diggy. It is kind of nice when you get a lot of vehicles around though. Yeah, it's just nice seeing vehicles derp around all over the place. They're quick, they're big, and they're made of Legos. I do like the Chrome Crusher. It's big, it's derpy, and it has a laser, which is fucking useless. Meanwhile, so much is stuck because bats. Just fuck bats. No, here's the other Chrome Crusher, and here's the dozer. Ah, vehicles. I love you so much. Diggy. Diggy. I mean, like, stuff is big and all that. I suppose part of the challenge is supposed to be the monsters, but there aren't even any monsters spawning for me. Still a lot of nothing, which I don't necessarily mind, because especially the slimy slugs are just annoying. And I still never use that Sonic thing, because I just don't trust the game not to crash, because that one time I played that I could not get it to stop crashing when I used it. Now I just never touched them ever again.
An energy crystal.
Oh wow, we found an energy crystal. What a fucking surprise. Can't imagine how that happened. Yeah, diggy everything. Diggy.
An
Diggy.
energy crystal has been found.
Diggy. I'm hoping there's some sort of repository. Like, I don't think this is gonna be.
A monster has appeared.
Actually, it's getting there because it's a long mission. Now if people would.
A monster.
Yeah, are they even gonna touch my vehicles? Yeah, they are. Fuck. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. People with guns? Hello?
A landslide has occurred.
An energy crystal
One of
has
them.
been
That's
found.
people are. Okay, actually, what the fuck are people doing? What the fuck are people doing? And guys, if you'd like to shoot something? No? Okay.
A landslide has occurred.
Yeah, game is perfectly solid on the AI. There are no problems whatsoever with the AI at all. None.
Landslide
Yeah,
has
I guess they managed to kill them eventually. Oh well. Good, good, good. Right, now, back to digging. Dig out all the loose-ish rock and hard rock, anything that's not solid rock. We will eventually get... oh, goddamn, now they're going all the way over there. We will eventually run out of places for the baddies to spawn. Okay, I see. I see
An
magma.
energy crystal has
Okay,
been
yeah,
found.
it's just a large repository at the end of the mission. I think the mission is well and truly over now. Which means I think we won. I think this is enough crystals. Just the feeling I have. Started to think I may not have enough small transport trucks. I'm wondering if the dozers are prioritizing clearing rubble.
Priorities.
No, they are not prioritizing.
Rubble.
So they will pick up crystals as well. They only carry one in each, so they only have a fucking bats. God damn. I feel like every rant about bats has been entirely vindicated at this point. Yeah, 33 out of 50. I think we've got this. I think that's it. Okay, so we just had to get through here. Yeah, I would really like to see like a game like this, but expanded upon further. Like actually having to set up like a proper base and all that. Like, the Dwarf Fortress is kind of the same thing, but it's very different again. But yeah, like I like games where your little derpies are just derping around and yeah. There aren't enough mining games. Like there are some first-person mining games, but not like strategy mining games like this. It's just like a kind of cool concept, and I'd like to see more of it, but well, there just aren't any. So it is what it is, I
Your
suppose.
efforts have been outstanding.
We did
You've
it.
collected enough energy crystals.
We beat the game. That took an hour and 12 minutes in terms of game time, but we got a score of 94% because reasons. Yeah, there we get credits. Sadly, none of the cinematics showed up this time. I don't know why I didn't get the cinematics, but well, I didn't. Some of them kinda cute-ish. The super low res though. If you care about cinematics, you can always look up Lego Rock Raiders cinematics. Yeah, some of them are cute. For every tier of missions, there's like a separate little like intro cinematic, which is kind of nice. And well, there's the introduction, and then there's the there's of course the end as well. Yeah, we did it. We beat the beardies, and we finished the game. So who knows what will happen next? I'm not entirely certain what I'll do next, but I have an idea. It's more in the vein of variety content than anything, which I've done some. Like I've done a bit of it, like Desperate Housewives and the Minecraft thing were all one-off, so that's technically kind of variety content. But some things you can only really make one episode on because, well, it's nothing to it. Technically, there's not that much to Rock Raiders either. But I wanted to just do the whole thing, just because, yeah, it's a game. It's not that well known. Though there are surprising amount of people I met do know of the game. I Yeah, but it's not that well done, and I kind of want to spotlight it. So here we are. I've finished the game, and yeah. So yeah. Until next time.